Welcome filmmakers, fans, and friends to an all-new episode of Indie Cinema Showcase. I'm your host, Nando Luis Roman, and on today's episode, we're going to be checking out the Freakshow Horror Film Festival right here in Orlando, Florida. If you're a fan of the horror genre, then this is the film festival for you. On today's episode, we're going to be chatting with some of the filmmakers, checking out a few of their trailers, and maybe talking to some special guests. I'm excited, and we're bringing you along, so let's check it out. All right, guys, so we're here at the Freakshow Horror Film Festival. I'm here with Rob. Rob, thanks for having us again this year.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about what's been going on this year at the Freakshow Horror Film Festival.
Oh, it's, every year we try to, one up. And this year we got a lot of attending filmmakers, just diverse slate of films from all over the world, from the United States, here locally and in Europe. So it's been fantastic.
Now, have you noticed the difference as far as like some of the films coming out like internationally, like this year coming around?
Yeah, we get a lot from Australia, some from Sweden, and we got some submissions from like India, but they didn't make it into the festival. But we are noticing that we're getting a lot more international films, so it's been great, it's been awesome.
Now, do you ever find yourself like, with the horror film festival, you're kind of stuck in like in a genre? It's like, do you find yourself lacking in films, or do you find yourself that you're receiving a lot of films and making it harder for you to choose what you're actually going to be screening at the festival?
Yeah, we get a lot of diverse horror films because we have dramatic ones, we have comedies, and then we have some that are just weird.
Right.
And
so my personal favorite one.
Yes,
weird one.
Yeah, like this movie that's shown at the festival called Kick Me is really just out there, really out there. But it just incredible work. That's why I like doing the festival. We get all these diverse films. I get to see all these films I probably wouldn't get to see anywhere else. And that's why I encourage people to come out and support independent horror films and festivals, so you can see these movies because they deserve to be seen. They're incredible.
Now, speaking of filmmaking itself, like you yourself are a filmmaker, like
yes.
What projects do you have going on currently?
I'm working on this movie. It's called Wish, and it's a short film. But what we're hoping to do with it is, get it out there and see if people like it, and then develop it as a feature if I can get traction on it. It's about a demon that lives under a street light at the end of this creepy street that grants people wishes. Oh. But of course, it comes with a price.
You piqued my interest. So if folks want to find out more information about the Freakshow Horror Film Fest or even get tickets, where can they go to?
Just go to freakshowfilmfest.com. All the information's there. If you want to catch up with what I'm doing, just go to fearfilm.com. And you can see all of my films there. Well, I actually have my own platform. You can see a lot of my short films. It's at fearfilmplus.com.
So. Well, thank you once again. Guys, be sure to check out some of his films. Me, as a horror fanatic, I'm definitely going to be checking some of those out. And also be sure to check out the Freakshow Horror Film Festival right here in Orlando. All right, guys, we're here at the Freakshow Horror Film Festival. I'm here with the cast of The Woman Under the Stage. Guys, welcome. So Tell us a little bit about what your film is about without giving away too many details.
So the film is about an actress who receives a role in a mysterious stage play said to be cursed, and it's a play that's never been performed before. And throughout the production, the cast and crew are going to have to live in the theater separated from the outside worlds. And I won't give away too much more, but there might be some cult-like things going on in the production, but that's all I'll say for now.
Now, how did this idea come about? It's like when you started implementing like two genres here, like film and theater. How did you mix the two together?
So the idea came from a buddy of mine, Robbie Gamalik, who's actually in the film. He plays a boyfriend character named Josh. He came up with the idea, sort of mixing the films Birdman and Midsummer, and just sort of hit me up and was like, what if we did a film about an actress in a stage play that might be run by a cult, some shady stuff going on. Grew up watching a lot of theater, so ran with the idea, you know.
We know if there's one group of people that are very superstitious about stuff, it's the theater folks. So a great way to set a movie set in some sort of cultish horror kind of way. So that's a very good thing. So tell me, how was it being in this film?
It was great. It was really challenging, mixing the theater and I had to do some Shakespeare and so I mean, it was fun but really challenging. Yeah.
Anything particular that stood out at you while making this process?
We actually filmed a lot of it overnight, like in a theater, and there were some doors like shutting and nobody knew how it was happening, so we experienced some of the haunting firsthand, maybe. Yeah.
And this is why theater folks are always very superstitious. So when producing this this film, what were some of the obstacles that you guys came across?
The biggest obstacle, I think, was just honestly finding the location. I had worked with the distributor of a film that I directed called Silhouette, and so unlike for most filmmakers, the funding part wasn't the biggest challenge, which it usually is, but they were ready to go with us to do another thing for them. When I met Ezekiel through another film that he had done, and I knew that I wanted to produce something for him, let him direct something with some money behind it, and I told him to give me a minimal location thing, minimal actor kind of deal, and then he writes in the theater, which is unsurprisingly difficult to lock down as a location. So finding a location was a big challenge. We wound up finding the only theater that we could get into was something that would allow us to do overnights. And so I think she had mentioned doing overnights already, 10 p.m. call times, 9 a.m. wrap times.
Wow. Yeah.
So, being able to get everybody into that kind of environment and keep the momentum flowing in a positive manner on set was probably the greatest challenge. But we had an amazing team, so we were able to, meet that challenge as it stood and get through it and have a good time. And now here we are.
Now, I got the opportunity to actually watch the trailer for the film, and I mean, beautifully done, definitely intriguing. It kept me I did get that kind of Midsummer kind of vibe from it. Okay, something's gonna happen. How was it piecing this together?
I think one of the interesting challenges about piecing this together was to find a balance between the horror and the more subtle aspects of the script. And I wanted to keep a nice flow going with little lulls and then punctuated, moments of that. And then how do you come out of those without feeling too jarring or anything like that? So the actors did an amazing job. It's the best acting I've ever worked with as far as an editor. Very consistent, so I had lots of takes to choose from, and I did lots of mixing up of takes and stuff like that. So it was a challenge, but it was a lot of fun.
Well, guys, congratulations on your films. Just from what I saw, it looks fantastic. I'm actually looking forward to actually viewing the film itself. If folks want to find out more information on where they can view the film or where they can support your film, where can they go to?
Yeah, so as far as this film and anything else that we have going on, I run the Absentia Pictures Facebook page. So you just go to Facebook, type in Absentia Pictures. That'll give any updates for this particular film and anything that we have going on in the future. As it currently stands right now, you can view The Woman Under the Stage on Amazon Prime, on Vudu, and on Tubi at the moment. I think there'll be Roku eventually. And then at some point throughout the year, we haven't gotten a release date yet, but they will be doing a physical media. So you'll get a DVD, potentially a Blu-ray that you'll be able to see it on. And again, if you go to the page, we'll have more information on that soon enough.
Well, thank you guys for joining me today. Folks at home, if you guys are watching, be sure to check out The Woman Under the Stage. It's available in various platforms for you to look at. I'm definitely going to check it out. I hope you do too. Again, thank you guys for so much.
What sacrifices do you think main stage actors would make to give a great performance on stage? Acting, as I understand it, takes an enormous toll on the mind, body, and spirit. And in this production, in your role in particular, I'm going to push the boundaries of what your mind, body, and spirit can take. Are you listening? Whatever actress I cast in this role will run right into the burning building.
I think I'm your girl.
You think?
I'm your girl.
My name is Terrence Duran. This play has never been performed in the 15 years since it was written. The moment we close this play, we're going to burn every single script, and the play will never, ever be performed again. You want to be a part of this? You'll live in this theater, rehearse in this theater for the duration of the production until the moment we close. No exit allowed.
Is it safe?
It's 3 actors in a set piece. How dangerous can it be?
You're going to live in this theater for 2 months in a dressing room with people you don't know, in a production you know nothing about.
The last girl that played Penny in Scorning Roses, she died.
I thought it could only be performed once.
There wasn't another production. She died during rehearsals.
Goddess of theater and wine, may her blood run quick and cold to numb the pain of my works, that I take my own life to offer for a payment.
I want to see your theatrical career take off, or it can die.
Open the fucking door! Fear motivates people.
I don't know what's real anymore. I keep having these nightmares. Somebody please!
She's given us everything we have.
The bell invites me.
The bell invites me.
Whitney! I made my sacrifices!
Am I here to die? No, Whitney. You're here to live. Longer than you could possibly imagine.
Hey guys, so I'm here with a special guest, one of the stars of one of today's major horror films, Llorona. Welcome to the show. So I gotta ask you, with all the kids that are running around coming to see some of the other films, I'm pretty sure you have quite a selection to choose from. I myself, I'm very partial to the popcorn, but listen, if that's what you want to go after, that's pretty cool. As long as you're not coming after me, I think we're gonna be okay. You know, for somebody who's supposed to be screaming, you're really, really quiet. I get it, your camera shot. You know, we'll let you be, and I'm just gonna, you're pretty. Pretty.
While you're passing by, just keep to yourselves, okay?
What does that even mean?
It means that you'd be better off blind out there in some spots. People have gone missing there.
How many people have made the trip and said, what, hundreds, thousands? We'll be fine.
Honestly, I could survive one night without service. Right? Just one night. We all can't be on the river, right? Things happen.
Maybe you're right. Better to not think about it.
Okay guys, so I'm here with the producer and one of the actors from the film The Pines that's screening here at the Freakshow Horror Film Festival. Guys, welcome.
Thanks so much for having us.
So, without giving too much away, tell us a little bit about your film.
Sure.
We adapted this film from a short story that we read called The Willows. Spent 13 days filming it in Waimama, Florida at Little Manatee River State Park. And yeah, it's our first feature. It was a big endeavor. Spent a lot of work, but we're glad we did it. We're excited with how it's turned out. Excited to be here.
Now, is the horror genre something typically that you're kind of drawn to, or was this your first attempt at horror?
This was our first attempt at horror. We've certainly always loved it. Grew up on The Shining and The Exorcist and all that type of stuff. I'd say we eventually would want to dabble into everything, but horror lends itself to a lower budget.
Right.
And, you know, we had the opportunity to go for it. We had the time and just enough money, and that's what we did. And it was awesome.
So for you, you know, working on this project, these guys spent a lot of time out in, you know, in the wilderness.
Yeah.
What was it like acting in something like this?
Easy, to be honest. I mean, because the whole movie, you know, two friends out in the woods kind of get lost and, you know, lose their mind. So it kind of worked out, right? Because we were out in the woods 13 days, 12 hours. And so it just makes it easy because you're like, oh, okay, I don't really have to do a lot of work when we're in this backwoods on the rivers. You know, it kind of helps.
So basically, you actually were lost the
Yeah,
whole entire
yeah,
time. You weren't really sure what you were doing. They were just rolling the camera.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure all of us lost our minds a little bit during the whole process. So
Now, is this your first time working with this production company, or?
So this is a family affair. You know, Ben is my brother-in-law. My sister Kim was the director, and we've all sort of made. It's funny. We lived together in New York a couple years, and we would make like these 5-minute horror shorts on like, oh, we have 2 hours, you know, today. Let's just film some random thing.
Right.
And so then, you know, for this, we're like, oh, let's see if we can actually make can we tell a story, a full feature story together? And so it was awesome. I'm glad that we were able to put it together.
So you guys are from New York?
From Florida.
Yeah.
I was in Florida
Okay.
originally. He's from New York.
So my question was, you know, like what made the decision to actually like film something here in Florida?
Yeah, well, I mean, we had just moved back, and it was really proximity more than anything, but also I think the backdrop of Florida, growing up here, is one that's not always utilized in film, and I think it is a beautiful place. It's sort of just known for the beach, but there's a lot more here than that, and so it was like an interesting opportunity to show that, use that as the foundation of our film, and a film that takes place, you know, like about someone going crazy in nature or whatever. It lends itself, that backdrop just fit perfectly. So the fact that we were able to find something so close by was just meant to be, felt like.
Right. Believe me, anyone who has ever lived in Florida for an extended period amount of time, they'll tell you that the weather here will drive anybody mad. So you guys picked a perfect place for it. Well, thank you guys for stopping by and chatting with me today. If folks want to find out more information about your production company, the film itself, where can they go to?
The film, the website,
thepinesmovie.com if you want to find out more about this, or at The Pines Movie. Yeah, that would be where to go to find about this specific film. And I would say, too, our director, Kim Caicedo, she's currently going to the American Film Institute. She'll have her thesis film coming up, and the film we just made is called Sancocho, which we'll hopefully be doing a festival run next year.
She's like just shooting. So part of the reason why she's here is because, like you said, she's at AFI working on stuff, shooting on stuff. So she's really sad she couldn't be here. But yeah, like you said, we've got a couple of stuff down the pipeline. So you'll probably see us here. God knows with what next.
Right. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you guys back. Cause I mean, just the title alone, Sancocho, as a Hispanic male, like, you know that you already piqued my interest. So I'm going to look forward to seeing that. Thank you guys again for stopping by. I wish you guys the best at the film festival, and, you know, can't wait to see what you guys come up with next.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
so much.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, it's Pennywise, the star of the film It. Sir, you are absolutely one of my absolute favorite. When it comes to scaring children, you are top notch, sir. Now I have to ask, like, you know, like, what would you use to lure me into the sewer? Well, you know, I guess pizza would probably lure me to the sewer, like perhaps candy. Candy would definitely lure me to the sewer. You know, I'm sure if you tied a string to like $1 and dragged it, that would lure me into the sewer. you know what? Even coffee would probably lure me. It doesn't take much to lure me into the story, is basically what I'm saying. But you know, I know you're a very busy person, so I'm gonna let you haunt children. I'm gonna go check out some of the films. I would say catch you on the flip side, but I don't really want to see you anywhere near my room. So we'll chat later. Yeah, very nice to meet you. Again, huge star, love what you do. Big tops. All right, guys. So I'm here with the director and writer of My Mother's Eyes, is it correct?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So welcome. So tell us a little bit about your film.
It's a film about mother and daughter, and they meet a car accident, and mother loses her eyesight, and the daughter gets paralyzed. But thanks for the technology, mother wears a camera built-in contact lens, and she recovers her view.
Okay.
And she transmits her image to the daughter via VR,
Okay.
and they start to share one vision and live.
And that's when the craziness begin to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So what made you come up with the idea of this film?
I started to write a script on 2020, and at that time I saw the article that this kind of contact lens comes in 3 years. So I thought it's gonna be a good synchronization between film and reality, but unfortunately the contact lens is a bit delayed.
Okay.
So film came faster.
I mean, that's pretty good. It's like, so when these contact lenses do come out, people are probably going to be a little bit afraid if they've seen your film. So I mean, which is fantastic because utilizing technology as a form of horror or fear is actually become a very popular thing nowadays.
Yeah.
So I think it's very successful for a film like that to be made. Yeah. So you came all the way from Japan. Like, what made you decide to screen your film out here in the United States?
Because I'd like to show my film all over the world, not just in my mother country.
Right.
Because film started as a universal form, like no language and everyone can enjoy. So I'd like to enjoy that aspect of the film.
Right. And that's fantastic. It's I agree with you wholeheartedly. It doesn't matter like what country you're from. A good movie is a good movie. It's like there's plenty of times where I sit and I'm on on platforms and I'm watching foreign films and I'm watching them in their native tongue in Japanese with the subtitles and I'm listening and I love how it sounds and how it looks. And if you're not willing to try and see some new film out there, you may miss out on some really great films. So, okay, well, thank you so much. If folks want to find out more information about your film, where can they go to?
I do SNS and I have an official homepage, so please visit them.
All right, well, thank you again. I wish you the very best. I look forward to seeing your film. I think it's going to look fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mama, 20奏やりたいんだけど一緒に出てくれない？
相手の音をもっとよく聞いて。そうすれば一つの音楽になれるから。
ママ、私の目を見てよ。あなたは誰ですか？
このレンズで光は戻ります。
私が狂ったらママ殺してくれる？
一緒にゲームしよう。
何があっても私は一切責任を取りません。
狂ってる！母親は正気じゃやれません。
This next individual you guys might recognize from Sunday school because I know I had a few of these in my lifetime. Let's welcome to the show, the nun. You know what? Just standing here with her, it's triggering a lot of repressed memories that I had as a kid, and so we're just gonna let you be. Blessed be our Father, Hail Mary, Buddha, Tom Cruise, Amen. Thank you for your time, ma'am.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out. And I want to especially thank the filmmakers who've traveled far and wide to be here. I can't tell you how much that really means to me. It gives me the reason to keep continuing this festival, getting to meet all the great filmmakers that come here and all the horror fans that come to the festival. So thank you very much for coming out. Appreciate it.
Well, that's it for this episode of ICS. We want to thank Rob and the staff at the Freakshow Horror Film Festival for having us out. As always, if you have something you want featured on Indie Cinema Showcase, be sure to email us at icstv@yahoo.com. Also, follow us on our socials, ICS TV on Facebook and ICS TV Show on Instagram. We hope you saw something you like, learned something new, or got inspired to get off the couch and go make a movie of your own. You never know, it might be good enough for us to screen on the next Indie Cinema Showcase. That's it for us here, and as they say in the film industry, that's a wrap. See you next time.